Hello everyone and welcome to the new video of Smoke Football Everyday. And guess what? World Cup is here. Yes, FIFA World Cup 2022 is here, and now we are starting our campaign for FIFA World Cup 2022. So at the beginning of our FIFA World Cup campaign, we have to talk about FIFA World Cup fantasy team. Fantasy team is very popular for FPL managers, like who are EPL watchers, I mean English Premier League, or who are UCL watchers, because we usually play FPL and UCL fantasy. But World Cup is for everyone. At the time of World Cup, everyone watch this game, and FIFA World Cup fantasy makes it more enjoyable for everyone. So there are so many new managers will come, and this FIFA World Cup fantasy is slightly different from Fantasy Premier League and UCL fantasy. So before making our draft team for FIFA World Cup fantasy, we have to talk about that. What is fantasy, or the rules, the scoring system, everything about fantasy. If you are new in this channel, make sure to subscribe this channel, because we are gonna have all the video about fantasy FIFA World Cup and the FIFA World Cup things, like the important matches or the match facts, everything about FIFA World Cup. It's gonna be very interesting, so make sure you subscribe this channel. First of all, what is fantasy? So fantasy football means we have to fantasize a team around 100 million. You have to think yourself a manager, like you are a manager, you have to fantasize a team between 100 million, and you have to take 15 players. And the main interesting part is that your team's outcome will be decided on them, like their performance in real world. If you have Lionel Messi in your team, then the first match of Argentina is against Saudi Arabia, so Lionel Messi's performance against Saudi Arabia will be included in your team. What performance? Like, performance could be something, how much time he's playing, how much assist he's giving, or how much card he's having, or how much score he's doing, everything detailed on his real world's performance. FIFA World Cup fantasy football is slightly different than FPL and UCL fantasy football, because there are some rules which are different, there are some boosters or chip cards which are different, or the point system or marking system, or the word I have used, which is performance, like what he's doing, it will come as points. That is also different than FPL and UCL fantasy. So first of all, let's check out the rules. So here are the rules. For the first match day, you can take 3 players in each nation. This one is same, like we can take 3 players from each team, so you can take 3 players for each nation, and it will be different in round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. Like in final, you can take 8 players from each team, because you are gonna have only 2 teams, so obviously you have to take more than 6 or 5. So that's the rule regarding how much player you can take from a nation or a team. So now let's check out the scoring system. So here are the scoring system. This one is for everyone. If your players play 60 plus minutes, then you're gonna have 1 points, 1 yellow card, then mean -1. This one is for everyone. So now let's check out the forward players scoring system. If your forward score 1 goal, then you're gonna have 5 points, and if your forward shot 2 times, then you're gonna have 1 point. This one is slightly new in FIFA World Cup fantasy. So this scoring system is for the forwards. Now let's check out the midfielders scoring system. So if your midfielder score a goal, you're gonna have 5 points. If your midfielder got a clean sheet, obviously he has to play more than 60 minutes, then he's gonna have 1 point. This is something new, like every 3 tackles will give us 1 point, and every 2 passes will give us 1 point. So that's the scoring system for the midfielders. And now let's check out the defenders scoring system. So about the defenders scoring system, if your defender give you a clean sheet, then you're gonna have +5 points. That's huge, 5 points. And if your defender just concede 1 goal, then he will cut no points. But if your defender conceive more than 1 goal, then some points will be cut. But if your defender score a goal, then he's gonna have +7 points. That's huge. I think we should concentrate on the defenders more than the forwards and midfielders, because we're gonna have the clean sheet points, and if he score or assist, then you're gonna have +7 and +5 or +3. So this is the score system of the defenders. Now let's talk about the goalkeepers scoring system. If your goalkeeper gives a clean sheet, then +5, first goal concedes 0, and each additional goal you concede, you're gonna minus a point. But if your goalkeeper scores a goal, then it will be +9. That's huge. But if your goalkeeper saves a penalty, you're gonna have 3 points bonus. This one is new. Every 3 saves gonna give you a point. So if your goalkeeper saves 12 shoots, then he was gonna have 4 points. So that's the rules. But assisting for every players, like the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and forwards, you are gonna have plus 3 points. So that's the scoring system. And let's check out the transfer rules. For now, you're gonna have unlimited transfer. But after match day 1, like match day 1 is consist of 5 days. After that, you're gonna have 2 free transfer. After that, you're gonna have 2 free transfer for match day 2. Then in round of 16, you're gonna have another unlimited transfer. The half team will be eliminated, so only 16 teams. So obviously they are gonna give us an unlimited transfer. And then in semi-final, quarter-final, we're gonna have some more transfers. So yeah, that's the transfer rules. And now let's check out the booster chips. Wildcard is same, like you're gonna have unlimited free transfer on that game week. And about the 12th man, your team consists of 11 players, but you can choose another player and his point will be added to your team. And the last one is kind of super captain or captain something. And and this one is so interesting, like this booster card will make that player which one give you the most points will make himself as the captain. And that's everything about FIFA World Cup Fantasy. Now it's about to build our draft team, but you know what, this is a tournament of 32 teams, like for now. So obviously this is very confusing because there are so many teams, 32 teams, and more than 15 teams are better, are very good. So we are here to help you, we are here to give you suggestions, we are here to give you every update and every suggestion about FIFA World Cup Fantasy. So you have to stay with us, and to stay with us you have to subscribe this channel. So obviously just tap on the red button which is called subscribe button and ring the bell icon and like this video and share with your friends. Now it's time for the draft team. So first we have to take forwards. We can take 3 forwards, but we'll take 2 forwards now. Forwards are too expensive, like more than 10 million, 9 million, and we have to make a very good balanced team. Our first suggestion is don't spend all of your money in the forwards. Defenders are very important, midfielders are very important because they are gonna have clean sheet points, they are gonna have key pass points, and if they score they will give more bonus points than the forwards. So don't spend so much money on the forwards. So our first pick is Kylian Mbappe for 11.5 billion. Yes, Kylian Mbappe is in very good form. He is scoring, he is assisting in PSG. In France, Kylian Mbappe is very dangerous, and most importantly, he is a penalty taker. Because why I'm mentioning about penalty, because this World Cup and tournaments nowadays have so many penalties. So penalty taker is important. And most importantly, France got a match against Australia in the first match day. That's why we are taking Kylian Mbappe. Now about the second one, we are taking Lionel Messi from Argentina, and he is just 10.5 million, and Argentina's first match is against Saudi Arabia. You know why I'm taking Lionel Messi. Messi is in very great form. He's assisting so much, he's scoring, and you know Argentina Messi is more dangerous than PSG Messi. So that's the forward line, and we have spent 21.5 million for 2 forwards. Now let's talk about the midfielders. Our first midfielder is Jude Bellingham. Yes, Jude Bellingham is very good player, and he's in very good form. Like if you are a UCL watcher, then you know how much goal he scored for Borussia Dortmund, how much assist he is giving. He's in very good form, and he's just 7.5 million. And England's first match against Iran, and I think this one is very easy. We are making our team based on the form, schedule and the fixture. So that's why Jude Bellingham is our first pick. About the second one, we are taking Leroy Sané. He is 9 million because Germany's match against Japan, and Leroy Sané is a very good goal scorer than giving assists. So that's why we're taking Leroy Sané, and against Japan, I think it's easy one for Germany. So Leroy Sané is our second midfielder. About the third one, we are taking Brozovic from Croatia because Brozovic is a very important player for Croatia, and he's just 6 million, and most importantly, Croatia got a match against Morocco. In this World Cup, Croatia is a very strong team. So that's why we're taking Brozovic. So our next midfielder is Di Maria from Argentina, 8.5 million against Saudi Arabia. And you know that in Argentine shirt, Di Maria is very important player. Di Maria is a very good player. I know he's sort of injured at Juventus, but for the first match day, I think he's a very good pick now. And our last midfielder is Mendy from Senegal. He's just 5 million. This one is for the budget, 5 million, and his match against Netherlands, this one will be hard, but I think this one will be a bench material. Why I'm taking these players, like only 5 million for these players? Because we have already invested 36 million on midfielders, including this player. So huge, like the midfielders are also costly too. So now let's talk about the defenders. And you know what, I previously said that we have to concentrate to the defenders more than the midfielders and the forwards, because they're gonna have clean sheet points and the goal scoring points. And about the defenders, all the fantasy managers should concentrate on the fullbacks, because the fullbacks are the frontliner, like the left back and the right backs, because they always gives crosses or throughs to the forwards, so they are gonna have so much assist. And obviously some fullbacks take free kicks, you know about the goal scoring points. So we are gonna concentrate to the fullback. And our first pick is Kieran Trippier. Yes, he's just 5 million and he's in very good form. And his last match against Chelsea, he got a clean sheet and he was the man of the match. And now England's first match against Iran, and he's assisted so many crosses and through passes to the forwards. And in England he has to through passes to Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. So I think this is very easy for Kieran Trippier against Iran. Most importantly, he is a free kick taker of England. And if you are a Spurs fan, you know so much about Trippier's free kick, because this man is a very good free kick taker. So that's why we are taking Kieran Trippier. Our next pick is Joao Cancelo from Portugal, 6 million, and Portugal's first match against Ghana. And Joao Cancelo is a world-class right back, you know, and obviously he's in good form. So that's why we're taking Joao Cancelo, and I know most of the fantasy managers will take Joao Cancelo as defender. Next we're taking Thomas Meunier from Belgium. He is also 6 million. And Belgium's first match against Canada, very easy one, and I can assure you that 3 defenders we have take, everyone will give you clean sheet points, and if they assist or score, then these bonus points will be added in your team. So Thomas Meunier, 6 million against Canada from Belgium, is our third pick. Our fourth pick is Jules Koundé from France. He is also 6 million. We are taking him because sometimes he play as a right back and he's a very good header, and he will be a great asset in free kick and corner, like as a header. So that's why we are taking Jules Koundé. And the most importantly, France match against Australia, so a sure clean sheet could be happened. So Jules Koundé is our fourth pick. And our last pick is Mahle from Denmark. He's 4.5 million, and Denmark's match against Tunisia. And you know what, Denmark is a dark horse in this FIFA World Cup, and Mahle is just 4.5 million. I think this one is a very good deal. Like if you need any budget defenders or players, I think you should look onto Mahle from Denmark. So there's the defenders, and we have invested 27.5 million on defenders. Now let's talk about the goalkeepers. Goalkeepers are very important too, because we need clean sheets. So about the first goalkeepers, we are taking Courtois from Belgium, you know, against Canada, 6 million. It could be a sure clean sheet for Courtois. And about the next one, we are taking Saad from Qatar. He's just 4 million against Ecuador. Like Saad's home game against Ecuador, Ecuador is not that strong team, so I think that will be a very good clean sheet for Saad, because he is the number 1 goalkeeper for Qatar. In total, we have invested 95.5 million for everyone. We have just 4.5 million, and we need 1 forward. I think now you're understanding why we have not taken a forward first. We know we have to make a balanced team, a perfect team. 4.5 billion, we need just 1 forward. We are taking Yusuf from Tunisia, he is 4.5 million against Denmark. This one is for substitution, I think, and for balancing the budget. So our transfer session is done. Now the most important session, the substitution session. The match day one will be consist of 5 days, 20 to 24 November. So our main 11 should be those players which match is on 20 to 21. After 20 November, you can sub in a player from your substitution section, but obviously you can sub in a player which match hasn't completed yet. Like if your target player in substitution has completed his match, then you cannot sub in him to your main team. So obviously after 20 November and 21st November, if you want to sub out a player who give you just 1 or 2 points or blank points or minus point, if you want to sub out him, you have to select those 3 players in your substitution whose match are in 23 or 24 November. So this is very important rule. So this is our main team for now. We are taking all the players whose match is in 20, 21 and 22 Novembers, and we are taking those 3 players like Cancelo Munier whose match is in 23rd and 22nd or 24th November. And this rule is as same as the captaincy pick. Like you can choose the captain for now. After that you can change your captain after 20 November and 21st November and 22nd, 23rd and 24th obviously. So for now Jude Bellingham is our captain because his match in 21st November. If he blanks or give us just 1 or 2 or 4 points, then we can change our captain to Leroy Sané or Lionel Messi or Kylian Mbappe on the next day. So that's all for the fantasy. I know this video is very big because we have to talk about the rules, we have to talk about the draft, we have to talk about everything regarding on the FIFA World Cup fantasy. So that's it, that's all. If you like this video, then make sure to like this video, subscribe this channel, please subscribe this channel. We are gonna have so many updates about FIFA World Cup, like not only the FPL, not only the fantasy team, but we're gonna have our prediction video, the Argentina, Brazil and every team's depth video. Everything will come on the next days before the World Cup. So for these videos you have to stay with us, so subscribe this channel. So for now that's it for today. Goodbye.